Alicia, Technical Coordinator with Alpine Mobile Electronics. Welcome to our 1991 video Power Installation Series. Our installation seminars went so well last year that we decided to bring you this video to give you some more installation tips. We're going to cover some basic installation techniques, then we're going to go over door locks in detail later. And we're going to have a blast. Installers are under a lot of pressure to get the job done quickly. So what we're going to do is hopefully show you a different approach to maybe get the job done a little bit quicker, a little bit more creative, and maybe more efficiently. Space is often very limited underneath the hood. So when it comes to siren placement, you want to think of primarily 4 key factors: protection from heat, water, the crooks, and of course you want to think about the best sound output from the siren itself. In this situation, we put the siren back here on the firewall. Connect the wire to the battery with a fuse in line, of course, for protection. Route the wire towards your point of entry into the vehicle, and remember to use some type of split loom tubing to camouflage the wire. When doing the starter wire, try to use a common sense approach. Install your relay on the outside of the engine compartment and try to be between the thief and the starter. You don't want to be at the key switch when the thief is down there trying to hotwire the car. Our 8322 motion sensor is capable of picking up lateral movement as well as tilt. So in one of the corners of the vehicle is often the best place. In the case of this motion sensor, we put it back here inside the trunk. When placing the 8327 impact sensor, the center of the firewall is a very good place. This helps keep the sensor unbiased in its detection capabilities. The new 8030B comes with a new impact/glass sensor, and that can be mounted somewhere in the center of the car, on the transmission hump, or maybe even on the steering column. When doing your flashing parking light tap, it's good to look for the flashing parking light and the steady park light. The steady park light is of course the one you're going to want to tap, and the wire is right behind it. To protect your wiring loom from heat, use some split loom tubing. This helps camouflage it from thieves. And it also helps when you're routing your wires through the firewall. When it goes to the grommet protects the loom from sharp edges. We'd suggest deciding where to place the brain or the main unit prior to your installation during your initial planning stages. This will also help determine the length of wires you're going to run from the engine compartment to the brain. Placing the brain underneath the seat is often a very good place because there's other control units there and it'll help camouflage it. Before tapping into the dome light circuit, determine whether it's isolated or common. If it's isolated, like the one on the screen, tapping into the dome light is the best. If it's common, grabbing the passenger side pin switch will usually get all your doors. To find the ignition switch tap, you can go to 2 different places. Either here to the fuse box, or the ignition key switch. Since new programming software doesn't have to stay hot while cranking, an accessory source is fine. To be effective as a deterrent, the LED should be easily visible to a thief from any approach angle. Placing the LED in the center of the car accomplishes this. Putting the microphone in the center of the car will help keep the sensitivity coverage even and unbiased. The disarm valet switch should be easily accessible for the customer, but not highly visible to the thief. And the glove box is a good place to lock it. In most cases, the trunk switch is built right into the latch. That makes tapping into the trunk real easy. If not, what you can do is use an 8311 pin switch. That wraps up our basic installation techniques. Now we'll take an in-depth look at power door locks. In our power door lock section, we're going to answer the most commonly asked questions on the door locks that are on the market today. To get a firm grasp on the 3-wire system, the best thing to do is to take the switch apart. This will show you exactly what's on the back of the switch. Once you've determined what the constant polarity is at the back of the switch, you can usually find the wires in the kick panel. The easiest way to do it is usually to latch the door. This will allow the door locks to work just through the switch itself. Maybe check them to lock and unlock. If you want, in this case we're using a test light, you'll see you can lock and unlock the doors. And this is because the actual test light is going to ground. Trace the wires down into the kick panel and you're done. And you'll also find positive trigger 3-wire door lock systems. And this situation works primarily the same. It's just that you're going to find 3 wires on the switch. You'll see your pull position is normally hot, or plus. Activating to one side will unlock the doors. If you go to the other wire, this will light when you lock the doors.
The 8070 and 8080 hood lock outputs should be used here. The 8030A and 8030B require relays.
Without a doubt, reverse polarity door lock systems are the most challenging. If you're not familiar with the vehicle's type door locks, just take the switch out. That'll help you determine what's going on. Since you're not familiar with the actual door locks, just remove the switch. See what wires we have on the back. And you can even use a test light to determine which wires are doing what. In this situation, we're seeing that one wire is actually going hot or live when we lock the doors. The opposing wire will do the same thing in the opposite direction. Now that we've determined what wires are doing what, we should be able to find the exact same colored wires in the kick panel. Once you do your wiring in the kick panel, go ahead and actually cut and separate the wires, attaching the portion of wire coming directly from the door lock switch to terminal 87A of your Bosch relay. Terminal 30 would go to the other portion of wire that's going directly to the passenger switch. Terminals number 86 and 87 should go to constant 12-volt source. That would leave terminal 85 to go directly to the main unit. You'll do the exact same wiring on the opposite wire. This will give you your lock and unlock function.
The wire going to the driver's side switch always goes to 87A. The wire going to the passenger switch always goes to 30.
In the case of the superb Mercedes-Benz vacuum door lock actuator, once you've actually found the pump, a lot of your work is going to be a lot easier. Usually it's underneath the rear seat here, or sometimes in the rear trunk area in the spare tire well. In our color codes and door lock diagrams book, it'll show you exactly how to wire it, which makes it a lot easier. What you'll notice is you're going to have 2 different wires, a blue and a green. You'll want to cut and separate them. The thing that's kind of tricky is you'll notice one relay is going to plus voltage, while the other relay is actually switching chassis ground. Remember to switch the main unit to long door pulse. This will allow the pump time to switch the door locks for you. If you ever have any questions on color codes or door lock diagrams, refer to our new installation manual. This will help you figure out what color the wires are and what they're doing. If you don't have one, give us a call. If you really want to save some time, try using our 8317 security system analyzer. This will help you in troubleshooting your security system. We hope you liked this video. I'd like to thank Terry here for moving it right along and keeping interest up. If you liked it, give us a call.
See you next time.
That's a wrap! You know what the biggest mistake in the world is for installers?
This is the brain. Oops, sorry.
They get into a brand new Porsche, they actually start the car and give it gas and blow out a $200 airbox. You're not supposed to give a Porsche gas before it warms up, bonehead. Okay, goodbye. I'm leaving. No, I'm serious, for real. Goodbye.
So this video's for the installers? What kind of guys are they?
Goodbye. Good golly, man. I'm driving home at a very rapid pace.